भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Eighth mantra, please repeat. न नरेणावरेण प्रोक्त एषः सुविज्ञेयो बहुधा चिन्त्यमानः अनन्यप्रोक्ते गतिरत्र नास्ति अणीयान्यतर्क्यम् अणुप्रमाणात्। Next verse. नैषा तर्केण मतिरापनेया नैषा तर्केण मतिरापनेया प्रोक्तान्येनैव सुज्ञानाय प्रेष्ठ यां त्वमापः सत्यधृतिर्बतासि त्वादृङ्नो भूयान्नचिकेतः पृष्टा। Again. नैषा तर्केण मतिरापनेया नैषा तर्केण मतिरापनेया प्रोक्तान्येनैव सुज्ञानाय प्रेष्ठ यां त्वमापः सत्यधृतिर्बतासि त्वादृङ्नो भूयान्नचिकेतः पृष्टा। Again, I'll read the last quarter. त्वादृङ्नो भूयान्नचिकेतः पृष्टा। See, just little things you should learn. You see, after Nachiketa, there is a double dot. Visarga it is called. Told, no? It's called Visarga. When Visarga is followed by Pa and Pa, half Fa is pronounced. Half Fa. So you have to read. You write. Ordinary person can pronounce anything. So some pronounce like this. Nachiketah Prishta. And some pronounce like this. See, Nachiketah Prishta. But very accurately in our grammar, it is not considered right. You have to pronounce half. Listen now. Nachiketah Prishta. Nachiketah. Not Nachiketa Fa Prishta. It is not like that. Not full Fa. Half Fa. Nachiketah Prishta. Like that. Okay, like I say, Ramaha Pathati. This is wrong. Ramah Patati. Ramah Patati. It was half should be like Om Harar Namah Parvati Pate. Don't say Harar Mahadev. So, so, so after Harar Namah 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 Parvati, right is Om Har Namah. Or you see half a little slide, very small. The dash of fa is there. Dash Om Har Namah Parvati Pate. Exact is this. As you grow, you have to make yourself more finer, more accurate. And it is every day's work. So every day try to make it finer pronunciation. Now let me go back to our verses. So what we saw, we had seen till 8th verse. If you remember, 8th verse we had seen, and till 6th verse there was a praise of the Shreyas path and the praise of the disciple Nachiketa, and also censor of the one who is not understanding this simple point. So, who has not taken refuge in the proper kind of methodological study, who has not gone through a proper thinking process, and he has been leading a blind life of earth and calm. Now, 7th and 8th mantra said, 7th mantra, if you remember, it was said, some things are very difficult to get, rare to get. Rare means what? Rare means what are you doing? Rare means not commonly available. Rare means that some person has done extraordinary good actions to get it. Extraordinary good actions to get what he is getting. It is nothing, is a coincidence. These words we use very frequently, but this have no meaning. It was a mere coincidence that I met you. It's not a coincidence. Even mosquitoes sitting on your hand is not a coincidence. In one room, 2 people are sleeping. One mosquito will bite more. Always find out. And one it will be less. It is not a coincidence. That person who has done less of Bhut Yajna, to him mosquito will bite more. Not that his blood is tasty. So it's not like that. So yeah. He has done less of Bhut Yajna. 5 Yajna were there, and therefore mosquito is coming to him more. Other mosquito will bite less. So it is rare to have opportunity of listening, and rarer to have opportunity of understanding, and therefore it is surprise. I explain. Then it was Acharya Stuti was done. Stuti means praise. Acharya Stuti, praise of Acharya, the teacher, is done in which slok? 8th mantra. 7th also, and 8th also. Who is this Acharya? So the same thing continues in the 9th mantra. 9th mantra. This will go till 13th mantra. So what is said here? Who is the Acharya? So one definition of Acharya is there. Achinoti cha shastrani. Achare sthapyatyapi. Achinoti cha shastrani. Don't worry if you can't write. I think she can write on the board. Then you can copy it. Achinoti cha shastrani. Who picks up the essence of the scriptures. Achinoti cha shastrani. Achare sthapyatyapi. In his conduct, he brings out that what he has picked out. In various conduct around the people, he brings that conduct. Achare sthapyatyapi. Sthapyati. Sthapyatyapi. Third line. Swayam acharate yasmat. He himself demonstrate. Swayam acharate yasmat. Tasmat acharya uchyate. Therefore, three things are there. So, first thing, because Shastra is very big, how will we know what to understand, what not to understand? There is such vast scriptures are there. Vast scripture. Mahabharata has 100,000 verses. Gita has 18 chapters. 18 Puranas are there. My God, 18 Purana. I have not read one. Forget about one. You may not have read properly one chapter also. Hundreds of mantras are there, and they are all important. Don't think they are some light matter. Then Upanishads are there. 108 Upanishads are there. We hardly read 10 also is a big thing to read. So when some teacher goes into the matter, what is it? Why you cannot do independent study? I am telling you why. To tell one meaning of one verse, he should know which reference it is being talked about. He should know the whole thing to tell the meaning of one verse. Because it is all connected. You cannot just pick up one. You have to know the whole to know one. And to know one, you have to know the whole. And to know the whole, you have to know one by one. So how can a person do simultaneously both? He cannot understand. Therefore, somebody should be there who knows whole, and also then he can tell the right meaning of one part. Supposing you are reading Gita, I am giving an example. Where is the Acharya comes into play? One shlok written, Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna. Swadharme Nidhanam Shreya. Better to do your dharma, even die in doing your dharma. Your respective dharma. At other place, Bhagavan will say, Sarv Dharman Parityajya, which you leave all dharmas. Now you are confused. That is clear. That is. One has to know all to tell the meaning of that. In university also, to tell the meaning of one chapter, the lecturer should know the whole subject well. Then he can connect very easily from where this is coming and from there that is coming. You cannot just pick up one chapter and take class on one chapter. So achinchi, chi dhatu means to choose. Chinoti, choose. He really culls out like you cull the flower. So achinoti cha shastrani. Therefore, Acharya's work is very difficult work. It's a very difficult work. Why difficult work? Just to teach? No. Teaching the right thing so that wrong thing should not be there in the mind. It's a sensitive work. It's like a brain operation is more sensitive than hand operation. Operating the hand leg is easier than operating the brain or a spinal cord operation. Because it is concerning the notions. He is dealing with the subject itself, and wrong understanding is to be removed in the manner so that the person listening is clear about it. There is no trace of doubt left on that subject. So, achinoti cha shastrani achare sthapyatyapi. So, Acharya means in the conduct he establishes that in the disciples also. Not that after taking the class he ran away. He has to see that what has been taught is well established. Therefore earlier disciples were living in the ashram, not in the house. And there was one name of disciple, Antevasi. Antevasi means one who is living with the teacher. Because this is how he will find it out. Did you meditate or not? Well, no. No, go and meditate. Did you understand? He will ask the question, what has been taught now? Because it's a subjective change is required. It is not the objective understanding. You will still see he has so much of anger. One whole week he was angry. What? This person? Who? Whosoever he who may be. 1 week, not 10 days only. Okay. Now the Acharya, good teacher. What he will think, what can I do to take his anger away? Which sadhana should he do? His attempt is different. Which sadhana? He is thinking in his mind. What medicine shall we give him? Which sadhana shall he do? How to explain to him this point? How to drive this point in his mind? He is a difficult person. How to drill this point? Don't think he has left you. You should not leave that student. You should not just throw him away. You should think on that. Okay, then what will Swayam acharate yasmat. Swayam acharate. He himself demonstrates like a dance teacher. Dance teacher cannot sit at one place in one corner and say lift your hand, turn it. Where? Right. Then lift your left leg, 45 degree, and move it. This is not the way. Lift your right hand now. Then turn it make it like a lotus. What are you doing? No, I'm sitting. I can't do it. I can't get up. Now what shall I do? Move your eyes now. You have to make eyes. Big eyes you have to make. Mahishasura eyes. Make it larger eyes. Such a teacher should be beaten, I think. Dance teacher will first say, please see properly as I am doing. Please see. And if you, again I will tell you, then the person teacher will come on the stage or where is the dance class going on. And he himself will listen. And lotus will say like that. This is a lotus is there. Like this lotus is there. And this is left leg is lifted. This is how it has to be there. Mahishasura, then like that, also like that. Like that. So that teacher will demonstrate. क्यों भाई ऐसा ही होता है? Like this only. No, you can't sit and you cannot do like that. It is not a Vedanta class that you have to sit. Similarly, teacher has to demonstrate how. Let's see, I am meditating every day. See my responses, you see. See, I don't get agitated. See, I don't hate anybody. See, I don't get attached to anybody. See, I don't have laziness. See, I by-hearted everything. Before I am asking you to by-heart this chapter, I already have by-hearted. So it becomes an inspiration. So it has to be role model, not thereafter becoming model. But actually, he is the role model. 3 things. Don't forget this definition. Write it on the board. So this is the teacher here. Now let me see the next mantra. I already have read this mantra. 9th mantra. 9th mantra is again the stuti of the teacher only has been done. What is said here? Naisha tarkena mati apaneya. Esha mati, this buddhi. Which buddhi? Which buddhi? Buddhi about the knowledge of the self. So this buddhi, which is about the knowledge of the self, so what is said? This cannot be reached. Apnaya means attained. Apnaya means attained. Attained by whom? By tark. Tark means logic. Logic. This cannot be attained by logic. Why you cannot be attained by logic? Because logic is always based on data collected from sensory experience. Logic is based on data collected from sensory experience. His car is there, I think, therefore he must be there. I saw his car. Which praman? Anuman praman. His car is there, he must be there. I saw him. You didn't see him, no, his car, but I saw his car. As I was taking walk in the car park, I saw that his car was there. Or his sandals are there. Therefore, he is here now. Acha, he must be there. Okay. Doctor only collects the data. When any doctors are finding out, he is doing the diagnosis, he only is asking many questions from the what is it called, patient. And if homeopathic doctor is there, too many questions are there. What time you sleep? What time you get up? A lot of questions are there. From that they try to find it out. What pattern is there? How he goes ahead? What food you like? What you are when you get hunger? What time you get hunger? Too many questions are there. Some a little embarrassing also. So he will ask why he's collecting data, and from that data collection he will try to give you the result. They are making anuman. But all are sensory data. So all data are sensory data. Sensory data mean perceptional data. Data you are collecting from the perceptions, something which is perceived. This is how management people draw. Sensex is there. Sensex, which is going up and down. You must be dealing with the management thing. So they have, this is how the pattern goes up. This is how dollar has gone up. Rands have come down. Rands have come down. There was a time dollar and rand was same. Rands and dollar were same almost. You know that? And now around 14 rands is $1. 13-14 rands I think is $1. So as this economy comes down, so similarly dollar goes up. So all our perceptional data is there. Okay, so all your sciences, all your things are based on perceptional data. Okay, and therefore logic works very well. If this is happen, that will happen. This will happen. This is there. This will be there. Please know, everything is science is based on big logic, and it is required. We have to be logical. You have to be logical. It is based on like that. But problem in the scripture is, problem with this Atma is, because it is not a sense object, therefore the area of logic doesn't run there. I was telling, boat cannot run on the road. I'm trying to run it on the boat. It cannot run. It will fall down, and you also sit so that you also fall down from the boat. So that is not possible. Okay. Then what shall I do? Relax. First thing you relax. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. So what can I do now? Please tell me. Naisha tark. And therefore science cannot refute Atma, neither can it validate Atma. Why? Why? That which is not its area, neither it can refuse, neither validate. Eyes cannot say, this fragrance is good or it is not good. Both it cannot say. Because it is not in the area of eyes to validate about the fragrance. Fragrance is the nose is the area of fragrance. Eyes are not the proof for the fragrance. No, from a distance I can see that food will smell very nice. Because you are speculating only. You have to go close and find it out. Or sometime from the fragrance you find, I think the food is very tasty. See, the nose is trying to intrude in the area of tongue. Very tasty food it appears. And moment you taste, so horrible taste. So you understand it was wrong, Praman was wrong. It happens with me many times it happened. So I ate that with very nice taste will be there. No, there is no salt, nothing is there. Nose, you are not a right proof. Don't intrude in somebody else's area. That is not your area, nose. Don't become nosy on every point. So in the area of Atma, worldly pramans dwindle away. Svavisheshu pramanaha shura bhavati. There is one line by Nyaya. It says, in their own topics, these pramana are very brave. Svavisheshu pramanaha shura bhavati. In their respective topic only they are very brave. They can talk a lot about their topic. Svavisheshu, in their own field, they are very brave. You can write in English, don't worry. I cannot write that. So what? So it is not Atma because it is not a perceptional thing. Atma is not known by, therefore all pramans dwindle down. नहीं चलेगा. No अनुमान बोलेगा. Therefore science can never at all prove Atma. And we have a lot of buddhi, very great about science. This is one thing. Science is not an accurate thing. There is always a speculation and permutation, combination. It is not a sandigdham. Problem is this, that whatever you make by science, that theory may be refuted after a certain time. They are now questioning Einstein theory also. There is an area of speculation available, permutation, combination is 100% accuracies cannot be possible. That medicine may work on this person, it other person they didn't. Why? I don't know why. Maybe your body is like that. But why did not work? Why? I don't know. Your body, your liver must be different. No, but why liver is a one only? No, but it is not suiting you. What can I do? You cannot say it will suit you only. Science is not 100%. Achha, you are seeing me right now. You are hearing me seeing me right now. No, you are wrong. I am speaking and you are hearing it little later. Right? The sound is taking little time to go there. Little fraction, very microsecond must be there where you are. There is a lag of that. The sun, you are seeing the sun. 8 minutes later you are seeing sun. This sun what you see, it 8-minute old sun. What do you say all these things? Now I am seeing the sun. It takes the light of the sun to reach here. After 8 minutes it has reached. So if something happened, supposing sun disappears, so you will not know it till 8 minutes. Okay? It is not 100%. So Atma, then Atma cannot be known. Nahi, wait. For the Atma, there is a praman called Ved. Which Ved? Urbhag, Uttarbhag, Uttarbhag. Uttar means latter portion. That is the proof. That is the proof. So why we are having logic? We are using the logic not from perceptional data, but from scriptural data. There are two datas available. Two datas are there. One is perceptional data, other is scriptural data. So I will be using the logic to which logic is scriptural data. Only what is meaning of scriptural data? What do you mean by that? Not that we will not be using any logic. Like scripture will say, Ved will say, Atma is eternal. Now I will try to use the logic how this has been said. I will use this data. Or it is said Atma is all pervading. Then we will see how it is all pervading. Well, but how do I know that what the Vedas are saying is right? Again, the same thing you are asking. I had told you, any means of knowledge, after using, you can find it out, it is right or wrong. Like the glasses, I give the example. Like the glasses are. It will tell about Atma, and you know that this Atma is like that or not. If I say, you go there, door is there. My words are there. You go straight, turn left, and you will get a door. Of this word I said, how do I know that this door is what Swamiji said was right or not? You go and test, you will find it out. If there is no door, you have to apply that. Moment you apply any praman, you apply any means of knowledge, you will know. Because praman was giving you a knowledge, that knowledge will be verified. Whereas knowledge is verifiable or not, will tell whether means of knowledge was right or wrong. Again, shall I say? Is it okay? You verify that. Only there was no door, then it was wrong. Wrongly it was said. There is no door available. I think it is not. I cannot verify what you said. Or I something wrong. I saw there was no door available there. Acha? Then the means was wrong because it is contradicted. It was not like that. Somebody told this boy is very good, very nice boy is there. Make him friend, he will learn a lot. He's a very good in all subject. Like brilliant. Who said? Somebody said. I came close to him. And when I came close to him, I asked him certain question. I said, tell me, cos 90 plus sin 90 is how much? I asked him a question. Cos 90 plus sin 90 and whole square is how much? He said 0. I said, please think and say cos 90 plus sin 90 whole square. Is it equal to 0? Someone not understanding anything, don't worry. Whatever cos 90 is 1. 1 na? Sin 90 is 0. So 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So 1 whole square is equal to 1. How you are saying 0? If I had said that sin 90 plus cos 0, then your answer 0 will be. The simple thing he is not understanding. And he said, other person is very brilliant. He is worse than me also. So now I couldn't verify what he said, and therefore that means of knowledge was wrong. I hope it is clear. And this is what happens in our life. We come close to somebody thinking he is a very good person. We come close in somebody's life thinking that he will be my soulmate. And now, living with him, he took away my soul also. Only mat remains. Yoga mat. Yoga mat, only yoga mat remains. Soul, it took away my soul. Such a foolish person. Who said he's a good person? How do you know? I lived with him, my praman I used. It was not verifiable. Something else came out. So when the scripture will say, Atma is Nitya, Ananta, Purna, now verify it. How? That also it will be told how. You will be using that. If you see it is wrong or right, then you can say that yes, this was right. I hope you are clear about that. But don't use that Praman. What? Because show me the Atma, then I will believe. Dekho. When you are going for the scientific thing, the first thing is show me something. Swamiji, show me where is the Atma. Show me Bhagavan, then I will believe. In Singapore I went, one boy came. Very smart, lovely boy with his wife. Very seriously he said, what you said, everything I agree. But don't you think Atma is such a very abstract thing which cannot be proved? I said, why? He said, we can't see it. I said, show me your mind. Show me your mind. It is heavy, light, dark, blue, yellow, tall, short. So what you are thinking, that whatever is seen is real. I don't believe in something which cannot be perceived by the Pratyaksh. This is what science says. Actually, electromagnetic waves, etc., all can be perceived through an instrument. It is there. Here also, there is electromagnetic waves are there. Gamma rays are there, beta rays are there, alpha rays are there. Lot of waves are there. What is happening in America, that waves are here also. And if you have an instrument, immediately it can catch that instrument. Therefore, it is proved that yes, this wave is there. No, but we use, this is our bad habit. What bad habit is? I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't take supadi, or I don't take betel nut, and I don't, sleep late. Also, I don't get up early, but I don't sleep too late. What time you sleep? It's 1 o'clock. Achha, it is not late. No, it's not a very bad habit to sleep late. My work is too much, understand? By the time it is 11 o'clock, I get warm up. Then I understand so much of work is remaining. Real tradition builds up in the night actually to study. This whole day I'm quite busy. Then I get up late. Some bad habits I have. I won't tell everything. But you are saying what bad habit? Your bad habit is you objectify everything. Whatever is an object you think it is, that alone is true. Anything what can be objectified, yatra yatra drishyatvam tatra tatra satyatvam. This is your vyapti. Whatever is seen, that alone is true. And therefore you go out and say, hey Gurudev, show me God. Where is the God? Show me like this is the watch. Show me, dikha do ye God hai, ye God hai, dekho, ye God ja rahe hain. Then I can believe. This is your concept. दिखाओ आत्मा कहाँ है, निकालो आत्मा. Show me the आत्मा. ये निकली आत्मा निकालते अंदर से. देखो क्या कर रहे हैं? मिक्सिंग द आत्मा. One person was there, he took that tonic. Tonic is then that cough syrup. After taking, he started jumping up and down. Somebody said, why are you jumping? Go shake well after use it is written. So it is not like that. ऐसे तो आत्मा नहीं है कि you can bring it out. ये देखो आत्मा निकल आई है, ये देखो चमक रही है, shining आत्मा निकली है. This is our bad habit. It is an intellectual bad habit. It's not a physical bad habit. Physical bad habit, you understand, no? Again doing like this all the time. Or again and again, in the class one day. So I feel like taking one small and like Like you put the golf ball in the court, up Maharaj. He should just get hit here. Bad habit is there. Or not sitting straight, that is a bad habit. Very lot of bad habits are there. Or browsing again and again YouTube only. Unnecessarily browsing. Because one topic you open, another topic comes up. That is more interesting than the first one. Second, you open other, and slowly that your phone will record which kind of sites this person prefers. So it will start showing that kind of sites. So this is their habit. So now again and again you are browsing unnecessarily. This is a bad habit. This is not a physical bad habit. Or any time when in the room, ate something. Just now you had lunch. No, peanut is there. So just not 1 o'clock you had lunch. This is just near 1:30 you come in the room. Again, क्या खा लिया? Peanut खा लिया. No, but it is very difficult that peanut is kept in the room and you can't eat it. And more difficult, eat one peanut. Only one. And leave it. It is a bad habit. Or got up from the bed, not made the bed. Some people are, so prince and princess are there. They got up from the bed. And they have not made the bed nicely. Mummy is there, mummy will make the bed. One day I'll check the rooms and be ready. I'll give you a surprise. The room is neat, clean or not. Bed is made or not. Or one shoes are kept here, one shoe is in the kitchen, other is near the dining, other is near the gate. Because once some are there, they throw. One is here, they don't see that it is all, both shoes should be kept together like this. Not that one is looking here, one is looking there. It's not like that. When it is said, put the shoes on the rack, some never do this. They always put the shoes in front of the hall. And in the rack, discipline should be there. This is bad. This is not a physical bad habit. Or took out the shirt. One hand is like that, other hand is like that. It is like dump like that. I think you have to take it properly. Or it should not be upside down. From that side should be there. Put it on the hanger. Hang it properly. Or properly, crease it and put it nicely. Got my point? Intellectual bad habit what we have, everything what can be objectified, that alone is true. I hope you are getting from where I am coming. This is intellectual bad habit. But this is where Vedanta study becomes difficult. Why? Because this bad habit is there. Dikhao Atma, dikhao God. Everything is there, it cannot be shown. Like mind cannot be shown. Mind, you cannot show the mind, but you all will believe mind is there. Rather, our problem is because of mind. Nobody say, I have no mind, only body is there. Then you have to call ambulance, etc. If you are saying mind is not there, only body is there, then I will pinch you badly. Pinch you badly. And then you should not, why are you pinching me? No, you have no mind. Because mind is here also, therefore you are feeling the sensitivity is there. Okay. So, are you getting this Atma cannot be known when Tark is mentioned. Don't think it is not, we don't use logic. We will not use perceptual logic. We will use scriptural logic. Okay.